are back with the Buffalonian podcast. I'm Joe Cali. As always, I'm joined by none other than Dom Loss. And Dom, speaking of a loss, another one. Second week in a row, we've got to do this. The Buffalo Bills are 4-2, second place in the AFC East, and they've fallen out of the top ranks of the AFC conference. Not a great spot to be in, not vibes-wise, I should say. I'm fully confident they're going to be okay. But vibes-wise now, the wide receiver train calls have never been louder. The sign a safety, trade for a safety, trade for a cornerback, the fire McDermott, which we do not condone that one, by the way. I mean, I think that's just pointing the finger at somebody who's an easy target, but it's a tough spot to be in. It's really tough. The Falcons, Bijan Robinson, he had a day. We're going to get into it further with the Dom 5, but before we do that, Dom, I have a couple things here I'd just like to point out. One of them is kind of for later, but it is spooky season, so I have a couple gravestones here, a couple tombstones, if you will. First one, everybody eats 2024 to 2025. The Bills go get a number one wide receiver. I think everybody eats kind of out the window. So, and just calls for it. Its death have never been louder. So we'll just throw that in there for now. We'll see if they resurrect or not, but everybody eats right now is on the tombstone. And then for another team, who shall not be named until their proper segment, Sabres postseason hopes. 14 years and counting. What else could keep the vibes better during the Bills bye week with after a loss like this to carry you through? The Sabres just continuing to lose. So we'll get into the Sabres reluctantly, but the Bills, not a great showing. The death of everybody eats possibly on the horizon. Calls for the general manager, the coach to really figure something out, do something different. Dom, what did you think watching this game before we get into the Dom 5? Just what was going through your head? Because I honestly, at the end of the first half, after the Baltimore game, there's not a game, if they're in that close, like even within 15 points, you're like, oh, they can come back and win that. They did not do that. The defense actually played really well in the second half, but the Bills offense just sputtered. Allen had a terrible day. What did you think?
Yeah.
Just sorry to trauma dump to start, but yeah.
No, I think this was probably the most disappointing game of the year. I know that's coming off. It's easy because they've only lost 2 games, so you could pick one or the other. But
I wasn't as disappointed in the Patriots game, though. This was bad.
I mean, this has probably was their worst game offensively that they played since that Houston game.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the Ravens game. So I don't know. It's kind of Freaky Friday from the perspective of the Bills always find a way to lose these 2-game stretches, these 2-game skids.
Yeah.
Pretty consistently, and it's probably cost them maybe their best chance at the 1 seed. I know we have like 2/3 of the season left, but the reality is the reality. I think the division gets a lot harder because now, you have to beat out New England. New England's schedule is kind of similar to the Bills, probably even easier. So it's frustrating. It's Freaky Friday from the perspective of you lose these 2 games. It's another kind of weird performance against a Jeff Ulbrich-led defense.
Yeah.
And it's just the Bills, to me, I think just simply got out-coached. I think that people look too far into, they're 0 for 10 in like the 23 draft class, or, they can't play again. Once Palmer went down, the receivers aren't getting open. I don't know, man. Like, Atlanta only play man coverage 13% of the time.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's one of the things that, like, I think we get lost on in fans when I'm watching the game is, like, the announcers might say, these guys aren't really getting open. But I think when you look at the film, some of those guys were at least getting open. It was the pressure, and it was the Bills, to me, being completely unprepared for the predictable.
Yeah.
Like, that, to me, is the most frustrating outcome. Look past the long term of the 1 seed and maybe the division and all that, is that a lot of what happened should have been very predictable for the Bills, right? Atlanta is the most blitz-heavy team in the league.
You knew they were going to bring it. They something percent of the time.
60% of the time on Josh Allen dropbacks.
71 in the second half.
Like, it's just crazy. And on defense, it's like, yeah, they don't have Darnell Mooney. Not a single receiver outside of Drake London, wide receiver, caught a pass for the Falcons. They had 1 target.
Mm-hmm.
Drake London had 10 catches and had 50% of their targets at 16.
Yeah.
Like, Pitts had 3 catches for 18 yards.
Pitts are moist.
And listen, Bijan had, again, the Bijan game of you give him these explosive runs, And he was a problem out of the backfield. They didn't tackle him out of the backfield when they threw the ball to the flat. Every time they threw the ball to the flat, it just felt like the Bills were getting them yards.
The tackling has been a consistent issue this season.
And I'll say this, the whole James Cook things, we can talk about that. I have no idea what Atlanta was doing in the second half, like keep pounding Algier. I mean, he had that one run, 21-yard touchdown.
That's it. 9
carries for 11 yards. He had 10 touches. He had a catch for 6 yards. When they started stop running with Bijan, anytime they just didn't give Bijan the ball or throw the ball at Drake London, guess what? It was a massive win for this Bills defense.
Yeah.
And the Bills defense just did not force them to do that too often. It's ridiculous. And it's frustrating. I don't know. It's hard. One of those things where you immediately go, what needs to change with the people on the roster and what needs to change maybe outside the roster?
Yeah.
Who do they need to bring in?
Who's coming in? Who are they trading for? Who are they signing? It's been a huge conversation this week just on what to look for, I guess. So I don't know. We will see. We'll touch on it a little bit here before we transition to the godforsaken Sabres. But yeah, not a great feeling. Not a great feeling. And the Bills do tend to do this historically. They drop the 2 games earlier in the season and then in a row too. That's just kind of how it happens.
That's why I'm not super. The sky is falling like a bunch.
Exactly.
Of people. It's
panic meter. Where are you at out of 10?
5.
You're at a 5. Oh, I said 4. I'm okay.
To me, it's like this. It's simply this. The Bills have a history of doing this, and they have a history of bouncing back.
Historically, they bounce back. Yes.
Until the Bills show, and maybe this is the yearly show that they can't bounce back. I'm not gonna completely crap myself. And listen, everyone will say, "Oh, the Bills have won a Super Bowl and all this stuff." It's not like the Bills haven't been these last couple years really close to winning a Super Bowl.
They were in the AFC Championship.
They've been multiple
last
plays
year.
away multiple times to maybe getting to the Chiefs.
A coin flip at one point from going to the AFC Championship.
It's all these flaws come back to bite them. Sure, but it doesn't stop them from getting so close. So that's why I'm just now again. I say all this to say this. I'm gonna need to see this Carolina game.
Yeah,
the result of that game was an L.
If Rico Dowdle puts up another 200 yards on the ground,
then I will change my tune.
Yeah,
but I will definitely change my tune. But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's that. I feel like that's a very justifiable way to put it. I don't know. We shall see. It's kind of up in the air at this point. They're 4-2. If you look, I think the concern is coming from the Patriots schedule, but I do have a thought on that. I do want to get into the Dom 5 though, so we'll get into that Patriots schedule and then just what additions could they make after the Dom 5. But go ahead. What do you got? Number one,
Jeff owns Brady. Jeff Albrecht just owns Joe Brady. I don't know what to say. It's bizarre because Joe Brady's first ever win as an offensive coordinator was against the Jeff Albrecht defense, as it was the Jets.
Yep.
But I think this was, we talked last week about Joe Brady just not pushing the right buttons and the right adjustments last week. And this week, I just felt like it's not even about adjustments. I just think they were completely unprepared this week.
They looked lost out there.
I don't understand. You're playing against a team that likes to blitz, right? That has a very athletic, they are fast on defense. How do you beat a fast, athletic team that's a little small? You just pound them with your great offensive line and your all-star running back.
And it was working when they were doing that for a short period of time.
And their 2 drives that they did, the first drive they had the deep bomb and then the third down conversion, but that first drive coming out of half, this is what we need to do.
Yeah, Ray Davis gets a touchdown.
And they got away from that, man. They got away from that. They did way too many drives. Again, it's weird to say this because you have Josh Allen, but just way too many drives that it's why is James Cook not touching the ball? And it's frustrating because you look at the other side and Atlanta did this a little bit too, again, as I noted with, Bijan just
with Algier
not touching the ball too. But you also see I don't to this day understand that James Cook is a capable pass catcher. I know he had the drops early in his career. I don't understand why they don't feature him more out of the backfield and as a receiver. I think that's another way that you can
beat a blitz like that too.
On third down, have 2 backs, have Ty Johnson be the block, be in there to block really, and have James Cook kind of be a mismatch.
We see Bijan Robinson lined up as a wide receiver. I get it, he's Bijan Robinson, but James Cook is talented enough to do that. You could have Ty Johnson in the back to block or run, whatever. Line James Cook out as a wide receiver. I would totally be doing that if I were the Bills, but they're not. They just take him off the field in those instances where he would be valuable to have out there. So I don't know. That there's a lot of questions about that. I don't Because even in the Chiefs game, the AFC Championship game, who's on the field in that final drive? Not James Cook in any capacity. It's Ty Johnson. So it's still a recurring thing. I don't know. I'm curious as to why, but I digress. You ready? You going to number 2?
Yeah.
You just seem so defeated, man.
I'm just annoyed.
I know.
Also, with Joe Brady as well.
Is number 2 with Joe Brady? Or
I'm just
continuation. Okay,
kind of continuation as well. It's like not only were they unprepared, it's like their sequencing of plays were terrible. Like again, 4th and 2, 4th and 1.5. Just again, this is week 6. Maybe they don't want to run Allen, but like, just kind of felt like in that moment, I was like, all right, this is like the perfect case of this dual QB power, and he'll get the 2 yards.
Yeah,
and they don't. And again, I think Josh has some blame for that failure because I guess this is number 2. I guess I'll say this.
Okay.
I guess I'll say this as well.
Okay.
Josh in too many commercials? No.
Josh is
well,
in too many.
Josh,
some of the incels on Twitter
Josh
saying
in too many
that.
commercials.
Yeah.
But Josh has to play
too
better
happy
as well.
with his wife.
I think Joe Brady and Josh Allen deserve a lot of the blame. Josh in the 4th and 2. Again, I still think they should have ran. Bad play call, I think, to not run of Allen.
You mean to go to the play that hasn't worked in the past 3 weeks and hope that the third time's the charm with Elijah Moore?
No, I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about 4th and 2 when they threw it and he underhand.
Oh, gotcha.
And it's like, yes, we've seen Josh do that.
Yeah.
And yes, I know at the literally the last offensive play of the game, he tried to flick his hips and throw the ball, and he got his arm hit, and it was an easy. I mean, I could have intercepted that. We could have intercepted that ball.
Could have.
Right? But at the same time, it's like, take a minute. Why are you so rushed? Right? Take a minute. Throw the ball. Gosh, throw the ball to Ty Johnson. He's wide open. That would have been a big play because it would have got first down inside the Atlanta 40. Right? You just had a touchdown, a stop, and that drive could have been getting some real momentum.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, you're driving in Atlanta territory late in the 3rd quarter to tie the game. You turn the ball over midfield. Defense, Groot gets the block, and then again to tie the 2 points together. Like, I just again don't really understand on 3rd. It was a long one. Just hand the ball off to James Cook then.
Yep. Absolutely.
If you don't want a QB sneak, fine. Don't give the ball to Elijah Moore, and then they get another stop, right? And it's like sack for no yards, pass for no yards, incomplete to Elijah Moore.
It just feels like they're so disconnected. The defense actually,
for the most
set
part,
them up in the second half.
For the most part, was pretty good, right?
Yeah.
The 2 drives, the Atlanta blocked field goal was on a short field around midfield after the turnover on downs, and they were able to get the stop and the block. And then, it was frustrating that last drive, man.
Yeah,
because
it really
we almost
was.
had a pick 6.
It really
right?
was. Yep.
We almost had a pick 6. You get them at 1st and 15 at one point, and then on 2nd and 9, you just let Bijan Robinson just take a pass on a play that it's like, okay, like Joey Bosa wins his block on 2nd and 9, and Tre'Davious White has a mental error and doesn't know what coverage they're in. I think most thought they were in man. Moves him his own, and he finds Bijan the wheel route. And Shaq Thompson drops an interception. Cam Lewis drops an interception. So
messy, very sloppy, and frustrating. Not great.
But number 3, that's a wrap on Taylor Rapp.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, it's got to be. Listen,
that number 9 is not good.
Cole Bishop is Cole Bishop. Like, Cole Bishop is a up and down young player that's trying to find his foot in the NFL. It's frustrating, right? Him not being able to get Bijan Robinson to the ground, stops an 80-yard, stops a 30-yard gain to make it an 80-yard gain.
Or even just tackle him so he steps out of bounds.
Exactly.
Like anything like that. Couldn't have it happen.
Frustrating.
But I have the replacement for Taylor Rapp. You ready for this? Groundbreaking information here. All Pro Poe. Guarantee you that's who they run with.
Agreed. And they should.
You think?
100%.
You think? You actually think so?
Yes.
I thought they were going to... I want him to get a safety from somewhere, a little more...
The Bills are not going to trade for a safety.
You don't think so?
No, they just don't... They don't want to trade someone out of house. You saw when it was like Rasul Douglas, when they traded for him, it took like a game or 2 for him to get
it took him
the trust of the coaching staff. I think he's like quack code for the Cincinnati game. He had to like switch sides because they were telling him too much stuff. I just think they're going to ride the ship with their back 7. Well, you agree with that or not?
Well, whether anyone likes it or not.
Well, anyone likes it or not.
I said it because I think it's going to happen. I don't like it, but I think it's going to happen.
And I don't think it's necessarily the worst thing. I mean, he had some juice at the end of the year. It can't, listen, it cannot be worse than what you're getting from Taylor Rapp.
Taylor Rapp's doing.
So, like,
right.
That's my whole thing. It literally cannot be worse. And so we'll see what he does. I think he needs to get a serious shot. Cole Bishop's, again, going to be an up and down player. I don't think you could punt on him. I think you could punt on T-Rapp. The one thing about Taylor Rapp was he's a great tackler. in the series missing tackles at 20%.
Yeah.
Which is terrible.
And he's also a friendly fire guy, too.
I think that's a big thing. That's a big thing. And then number 4, off-season defensive extensions backfiring, question mark. I think you can make a case, right? You can make a case that they gave out 5 extensions counting Cook. Cook extension looks good. He's elevated his game.
Yeah,
the rest of the 4 players, you could say, Shakir has kind of stayed where he is. Maybe he needs more opportunities, but it's a little I think he's a little frustrating from the perspective of they don't give him the ball other than these short passes. I'm not saying he needs a win downfield, but it's like maybe he needs to be focused a little bit more on. I don't know.
Yeah, it feels like he's almost being neglected.
It's almost like he's
season.
underutilized.
Yeah.
He's having a weird year. Benford has had not a good year.
Mm-hmm.
But I also say at least some encouraging thing could be that Benford in the second half, with Drake London, when they finally realized that they were only throwing to Drake London, like they put Benford on him and he pretty much wiped Drake London from the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's at least a positive, is that we've seen Christian Benford in press man coverage against Drake London really take him out of the game. The problem is the Bills don't have the horses to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's maybe where Harrison or Dorian Strong come back. Like maybe they replace Trey White and they do run more of that. I think they need to be tougher to play against. Groot, I don't know. Like I think the last 2 games he's kind of come on. Like he single-handedly took over a drive,
blocked the
field goal. I still think you're getting solid run defense. I think he's flashed a little bit as a pass rusher. He just needs to finish, which has kind of been the story of Greg Rousseau's career.
That it's literally been the guy who can't finish. Like he needs to follow through.
Yeah, like Javon Solomon gets a sack all pumped up, but it's like, okay, that was really Greg Rousseau's sack, but
yeah,
go off. But I mean, he I don't think has been worth the extension. I'm not out on Groot by any means, but
no, I think he's, like you said, he's starting to turn it around and show that he's there. He was absent, like we said, on the side of the milk carton for the first 3 weeks of the season. He's starting to kind of be like, okay, I'm here. Like you could take the missing child sign off the telephone pole. I'm right here. But continue to do so.
Number 5, I mean, not number 5, but the last extension, though, Terrell Bernard looks awful.
Bad.
They looked better when he wasn't on the field.
They did. When Shaq Thompson played middle linebacker, he looked better than. Is there a position swap? Is Shaq Thompson the middle linebacker, and you move Terrell Bernard to the other side?
I mean, I think you have to make that.
You might have to try it.
I mean, I guess it's just hard because he's the captain of the defense. They obviously value him, but we always knew he wasn't going to be an elite downhill player. But he's just been awful in coverage.
Yeah,
and that's the problem. With Terrell Bernard now, you're just not. He's made the one play against Miami, and outside of that, it simply has not been good enough from him. And we shall see. I think going to number 5, I think the Bills need to have some philosophy changes.
Yeah,
on both ends of the ball.
Both sides. We're not good on one side of the ball, as you say.
Yeah, like I think they need to change how they operate a little bit. On both sides. I think offensively they're going to be fine. I really do believe that. I think
it'll work itself out.
I think really this is kind of tough to not have Curtis Samuel, because he's kind of a guy that can, separate,
stretch the field a little bit
of his speed.
Yeah.
Not having Kincaid is a big problem.
That's huge.
Kincaid is a guy, especially when you're getting blitz, is a guy that can win quickly and uncover quickly, and can also uncover on scramble drills when your quarterback's running for his life. So not having him is huge. Obviously, losing Josh Palmer literally was going to.
If he's in the game,
I'm getting emotional about it. But we were going to get the Josh Palmer game that we predicted.
We were going to get the Josh Palmer game.
First play, just dime.
They were winning that game with Josh Palmer if he was healthy the entire game.
Whoa!
I'm saying it right now.
That's I'm not going to wholly disagree with you, but I respect the take.
I think they do.
But that's why, to me,
like bringing in another wide receiver, it's not your top priority.
Well, it's not my top priority. Is it the most realistic? Yes. It's the most realistic.
Oh, 100%. It's what happened with Amari Cooper. Hopefully, it's someone better than Amari Cooper.
I just don't see them. Listen, I'm not going to say I'm not going to be happy about this. I don't see them adding a linebacker.
Yeah.
Right. Shaq Thompson's played well enough. I think Dorian's kind of in a role.
Milano needs to get health.
They're going to wait for Milano and Bernard to get back health. But I think Shaq Thompson has to start. Like, I'm sorry. Like, you got to play your best guys. He has to be one of those linebackers on the field. He's been too good.
100% right.
Too good tackling against the run, making some plays in coverage. But talking offensively, like, I'm sorry, they need to find a way to get James Cook the ball more. I know that's kind of weird because, like, all last year we're, like, all really happy with the 50% snap rate. And this year we're like, oh, maybe we need to cut his snaps down a little bit because he's, like, having too many.
We don't want to burn him out too quick.
Well, like, it's like, in these type of games,
go to your best guy. Like
he's
you said,
their best player outside Josh Allen.
he and Josh need to be connected.
You can make that he's been better than Josh this year.
He's been
you can make a case that
more necessary to the team, I would say.
That he's been better than Josh. So he needs to get the ball more. The everyone eats thing is not dead. Okay. It will rise. It's just
that's why I said preliminarily. It might resurrect. It's just
that I think it's more of you need to give your best players the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And your best players are James Cook, and then when healthy, Kincaid, Shakir, Palmer. Those 4 guys should be touching the ball. One of those 4 guys need to be touching the ball
at all times, other than Josh Allen.
All times. Well, okay, yeah.
In the center.
All times. James Cook maybe gets a break or 2. Maybe throw a ball to Keon.
Keon's every so often now, I feel like.
Keon is one of those guys that I just don't think you can count on to have a big snap share in production. I think he's a guy that, I'm sorry, again, another thing that was pissing me off in the game. It's like, why the hell do we keep throwing these low percentage balls to Keon? Like, again, why are we throwing these? Like, I don't care if he's a 50-50 guy. It's a low percentage. You are wasting a down.
Utilize your running back.
Against A.J. Terrell, who's a good man cover corner.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a good matchup for the Bills.
I'm sorry.
So why are you throwing that way? That's also on Josh. Like, why? Like, I understand giving your guy a chance, but come on.
Trying to give the guy a chance, trying to do something to juice things up. It's not working. But I would love to see those guys get more share of the offense.
They need to change that up on offense, right? On defense, they're getting some reinforcements.
Ogunjobi,
right. So we'll see what the D line again. The
D line actually has been not the issue realistically this season. The secondary has been a bigger problem.
Well, sure, but the D line I think in the run game still gets out gapped.
For sure. And I'm just saying out of the 2, the problem
has been the back.
I
100% agree. But I think the D line we're going to really see where they are. Mm-hmm. Right. I think losing Daquan Jones and Jordan Phillips, I'd never had to see play another snap with the Buffalo Bill.
No, I don't either. He's
sorry.
a hype man. That's all he is. He put the puffy coat on.
Good guy in the culture, but come on now.
Yeah.
But
not Dwayne Carter. He has an Achilles rupture. Oh my God. What's
TJ Sanders?
TJ? No, not TJ Sanders. Deion Walker. We got there.
Yeah, he missed some plays.
I am more than happy with that guy. Talk about a draft hit.
Yeah,
that is it.
He's played very well so far, and
he still has a lot of room to grow. He's playing this well early.
We'll see what happens there, right? I think Shaq Thompson needs to play more and be a starter in this defense.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think this team needs to be they need to get. It's hard because they can't get more athletic because they add a guy, but. We're going to see if Harrison, we're going to see if Dorian Strong come back. We'll see what the outside corner position. And when those guys come back, I want to see a change into playing some more press man.
Yes.
And they need to play more match zone. Like, too many times, I feel like the Bills, their problem is this, and this is going to drive my family up a wall, but they play this soft zone where it's like when we play college football. And you know how, like, guys will, the AI will just run to a spot.
Yeah, and then they just get in their zone and that's it.
And you'll be like, why was this guy wide open when
Yeah.
I'm playing this coverage?
Exactly.
And, like, I think a change has to be made is that you can't just have your guys, I need to get to this landmark.
Because that's all it is right now.
I have to get to my spot, yes. But have some feel for awareness of, like, where are these routes?
Have the field sense of where where guys are going.
Especially, like, the linebackers in the middle of the defense. Like, where are these routes? So I'm not getting the ball thrown behind me. Like,
drop back.
Like one of the first plays of the game was that big play to London. It's like, yeah, Terrell Bernard, like, can you have some feel and, like, realize, oh, the route's coming behind?
Yeah, have some awareness out there.
Exactly.
I mean, we're sitting here talking about it like it's easy, but realistically, they're a professional athlete. They should.
Yeah, so I think they need to get rid of playing super soft, and they need to start playing the best guys. They need to be willing to have hard conversations with guys that have, helped them win the past.
And hand the rock to James
Cook. And I also will say, I think it's going to be interesting to see what moves are out there outside of the organization.
Yeah, it is intriguing. Funnily enough, there's been like mention of a couple names just floating around I've seen online. The Gambler, you know who I'm talking about? Calvin Ridley.
That's a good one.
Jerry Jeudy, because he's got a very small cap hit, but I don't know if he would be who you're looking at. Just a couple of those guys. Like, those are 2 names. There are others.
Made a trade for Cleveland wide receiver before.
Oh, that would be real deja vu. That would be like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I think for the Bills, I think they'll add a receiver. eventually. I just think they will.
It's going to happen.
Especially if Palmer actually being banged up in week to week. I just think they have.
You got to hedge your bet on that. You got to make sure you have someone to fill in
Gabe
for him.
Davis.
That is also a very real possibility, and that makes me. That's insane.
It could be worse.
Poyer, Gabe Davis,
Jordan Phillips playing some meaningful snaps.
Meaningful snaps on the Bills in 2025. That's insane.
Who would have had that on the bingo card in the offseason of 2023?
Not me. It would never.
That, yeah.
I would never have thought. But I do want to run this exercise with you because everything's burning down because of the Patriots. All these fans are freaking out. I want you to. I'm going to read the schedule out to you. I want you to pick the rest of the schedule for both teams. We're gonna see where they end up. Okay.
Sure.
So we'll start with the Bills. It'll be interesting to see how you pick it.
Okay.
Okay. Panthers.
I think they're going to come off the bye and beat
the Panthers. Okay. Chiefs.
I think they're going to beat the Chiefs.
Okay.
I will say this. I still believe that the Bills can win the Super Bowl. And again, I still believe that they can bounce back. And I think, that Chiefs game's in like 3 weeks or however long it is, I think we'll get a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Harrison's back, maybe not. I'm not too sure.
Right.
But I just think they're maybe a little healthier, and I think they'll have some more positive juices. And it's a home game in Buffalo. Maybe if it was in Kansas City, I would pick
swing
the Chiefs,
it the other way.
But it's a home game in Buffalo, and they play the Chiefs hard in the regular season. So I'll go Bills.
So Chiefs, Panthers, those are wins for you.
Mm-hmm.
Dolphins, that's a win.
That's a win. That's a loss.
Loss. I agree. I think Tampa's going to play them really tough.
Yeah.
Bills, Texans, Thursday night. I think that's a win.
I think that's a win too.
Bills, Steelers.
I think that's a win.
Bills, Bengals.
Win.
With the state of the Bengals currently. Bills, Patriots. I think they split. I think the Bills win that second game.
Sure, I'll give the Bills the win.
So they split. Bills, Browns.
Win.
Eagles, Bills.
Loss.
Jets, Bills. Win.
Sure, win, yeah.
Right? Maybe they sit them. Maybe they sit them. So 12-5.
Oh, no. 12-5, 10-7, I think is the floor.
Patriots schedule now. Titans this week.
Win.
That's a win for them.
Win.
Falcons.
Where's that game?
They're in New England. That could be tough. The Falcons, they could win.
I'll give the Falcons the win.
I would too. Patriots, Bucks.
Okay, I'll give the Bucks the win.
Jets, Patriots. Patriots, Bengals. Jackson Dart and the Giants versus the Patriots. Bills, Patriots.
I already picked the Bills, so Bills.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Duh. Bills, Ravens.
I'm sorry?
Patriots, Ravens. Sorry, excuse me.
Where's that game?
In Baltimore. Lamar will be back.
I'll go Baltimore because I think if Lamar is playing.
If he's playing. Patriots, Jets.
Patriots.
Dolphins. So, I'm just doing my math again. You gave it to the Falcons, gave it to the Bucks, and you gave it to the Ravens, right?
And Bills.
And the Bills.
So I have them going 11-6?
11-6. That could get exciting towards the end. That's all I'm saying. Like, the way they look, they're not going to run the table. People are like, oh, they have the softest schedule. Tampa, Atlanta. You saw Atlanta in full force. The Bills again, and even the Ravens. I think the Giants might have a chance with Jackson Dart. That could get that seems a little trappy.
Sure, division games could also get interesting too. Yeah, but I think what that showed, honestly, got my takeaway is it shows how important that game in Foxborough is going to be for the Bills' chances.
This feels very similar to
2021
because winner or loser of that game could be hosting the other in the wild card.
Yeah, I mean, it also puts the pressure on the Bills. The Bills got to play better ball.
All right. But if the Bills win a game like Tampa, if they come out on top, if they win another game, like I could still see the 1 seed in their future, depending on where Kansas City is.
I can't.
No? You don't think they'll claim it? You think Kansas City's going to run it?
I don't know if Kansas City. I think one of those AFC South teams are going to. I think the Colts might claim it.
What if it's the Steelers?
I don't think it's the Steelers.
They win on Sunday. They go 5-1.
They play on Thursday.
If they the Icy Hot Bowl. You're absolutely right. They win Thursday.
I was reading that one.
Yeah. If they win on Thursday, they go 5-1. That's kind of crazy.
I don't know. What's the Steelers schedule like?
You want to? Okay. Around the NFL. Hang on.
In this edition of Around the NFL.
I was trying to do the exercise just to see, like, show like New England, like there still is a good chance the Bills can win the East again.
Oh, sure. The Bills have a chance to do anything.
Steelers, Bengals. They play the Packers the week after.
Okay, so Packers.
Colts in.
That's a big game.
That's a huge game.
Where's that?
In Pittsburgh.
I think you got to go Steelers.
Steelers, Chargers in LA.
That's enough. I don't know. That's a tough game because is the Chargers.
Is Joe Alt playing? That's a big question there.
I don't know. Okay.
Bengals at Steelers again.
Right, that's another easy.
Steelers at Bears.
That's a tougher game than people think.
Yep.
Right.
Ben Johnson's been a little successful.
It's a tough schedule.
Bills at Steelers.
Again, that's why with the whole 1 seed thing with the Steelers, like if the Bills play well and they tied, the Bills could have a tiebreaker.
They could have the tiebreaker. Common opponent. If the Ravens beat them at some point,
It doesn't matter.
It wouldn't.
No, unless they tied.
Well, yeah,
it doesn't matter. But
still could.
The tiebreaker is the number.
Still could.
Yeah. I could tie. That's true.
Yeah, still could.
Technically, they are tied at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
They just haven't played.
Yep, you're absolutely right. Steelers, Ravens, Dolphins at Steelers.
Probably a win for the Steelers.
Steelers at Lions.
That's a tough game.
That's a tough one. Steelers at Browns.
Okay.
Ravens at Steelers. So they have a schedule.
Their schedule's tough.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. Yeah, they don't have a lot of easy games.
No.
The Colts, they probably have an easy schedule though. Might as well just do that.
Yeah, might as well. We're dying on that. We're going into it. Let's see. I'll run through these quicker. Titans at Colts.
When's the Colts?
Oh wait, Colts at Chargers first, then Titans at Colts.
Colts at Chargers this week?
This coming week, yeah, Sunday at 4:05.
Wish Joel was healthy. That's a tough game.
I know.
But still a tough game though.
It'll be a good game. Their Chargers are wearing their bright yellows. Their New Jerseys.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, the power ones they call them. It's literally bright yellow with like the white and blue accents. Colts at Steelers. We knew that one.
Okay.
Falcons at Colts.
Okay, well, I mean, we'll see.
Colts at Chiefs the week after.
Okay, well, this is
Texans at Colts. I feel like that
division game.
Division game could go anyway. Colts at Jags. That could go either way.
Like a division game.
And the Jags have played pretty well too. They're both at the top of the AFC right now. Colts at Seahawks the week after. Jackson Smith and Jigba's.
Seahawks in Seattle is a tough matchup.
It is. The 12th man. 49ers at Colts.
I think the 49ers are really injured, but that could, I guess, maybe get interesting.
Who knows? Jaguars at Colts.
Okay, division
and Colts
game.
at Texans, Stan. Just divisional game, Stan.
Really?
Yeah.
They've already played the Titans twice?
Yeah. Yeah, they
Seriously?
played. So they played them on September 21st. Remember, they won 41-20?
They play them twice, though.
Yeah, they did. They play them October 26th. It's one of the earlier games after the Chargers.
My bad. I didn't know that. Yeah, I mean, I guess the lesson learned is that everyone has tough games. I think the Patriots schedule that you said is the softest out of the teams mentioned, but
they still have a chance to go. I think 11-6. I think that's a pretty good guesstimate of what they'll end up. They could go 12-5. They could match the Bills. Could get interesting in the AFCs for the first time in a while. Since Miami had that. It was cute for a little bit there. But yeah, so, it was a lot of fun to talk about the NFL, but now it's time to unfortunately go and talk about the NHL and the unwinning Sabres. Just absolute garbage. I don't really understand what to even think. It's laughable in a lot of ways. They've never been 0-4. This will be out tomorrow. We're recording on a Wednesday, so they could be 0-4 for the first time in franchise history when this comes out. What an absolute joke. The general manager, joke. The owner, a joke. The whole I am the president of hockey operations thing, not a good one. Like, it's just, we have the NHL version of Jerry Jones and the Cowboys, except, is it kind of worse?
It's way worse.
It's so much worse.
Well, at least the Cowboys have had
Cowboys are
some
competitive
success
this year.
Well, they just lose to Carolina, but
They're just
Bills for them a couple weeks.
They're just all gas, no brakes offense. There's no defense.
I think we got suckered into.
Oh yeah, I was so excited to talk about this with
another prediction of us predicting they were going to be playoff, and it seems like one measly face-off of Josh Norris, which again is what we said. Like, their floor is super low, and it really relies upon Josh Norris staying healthy. And guess what? He didn't. And the Sabres just continue to shoot themselves in the foot by trusting players who simply can't trust their own bodies.
No.
Matthias Samuelsson's banged up.
Well, that might be for the best.
Shocker.
Mm-hmm. That might be for the best.
I mean, he's average. I mean, he's better than what they have.
Yeah.
He's one of their best.
I'll give you that.
Let's put it this way. He's one of their best six defensemen at the moment.
At the moment.
Jordan Greenaway, who you had to sign an extension instead of trading him at the deadline last year,
will eventually come back.
Shocker. He's also injured.
And had surgery in the offseason to fix something.
And then Josh Norris, who's projected to be out 8 weeks, which
at least
is at least 2 months of hockey.
And what if a complication happened?
Then you have just the team performance of the power play still sucks.
Can't score.
You still have Bowen Byram. Yuri Kulik, who is playing like a 21-year-old, had a good start to the season, and now all of a sudden he's gone from being the first-line center to the fifth-line center.
Yeah.
Guess what? There's no such thing as the fifth-line center. That's called
a healthy scratch.
It's called tell us how salted the popcorn is in the press box.
Yeah. Have fun eating the chicken fingers.
Yeah. Or the new chicken parm sandwich, which might be the only thing that's saving this team.
What do you mean saving this team? You only made 72 of them. There was a sellout crowd on opening night. 98% of the people didn't even get to eat it. What a joke! This franchise is a joke. You advertise this 2-foot-long chicken parm, you only make 72? 72?
Is it actually 2 foot long?
Yes.
Is it just like, can you just have one? Like, can you only have
No,
one?
it comes in the tub.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, those 2-foot nachos they had?
Oh, that's
in that tub. It is 2 feet long.
A good buddy's just going to commit to having chicken parm sandwich.
If us four, boys in the box, we used to go to games, like, we would tear into that. That'd be fine.
Except Michael, because,
well,
he can't eat bread.
Yeah, celiac disease.
But yeah, I mean, it's just, and Alex Lyons played pretty well. Like,
he's the only bright spot.
Yeah,
he's the only bright spot.
So weird about this whole thing is it's not really the goaltending. This offense at 5-5 has been awful, and the 2 goals they've scored, one by Zucker, one by Thompson. I mean, look at the 2 goals they've scored. They're 2 of the worst goals ever.
Disgusting.
They're 2 wrist shots from the blue line. Zucker gets deflected by the defenseman in.
It's luck.
And Tage is currently just firing off the back foot like a quarterback. And it somehow goes in. It's like, where is the cool breakaway? Or, oh, what a backhand finish? Or the wraparound? Or, hey, a slap shot. Like, it's just...
Yeah. They don't look like they're playing organized hockey at all. It's just an absolute cluster.
And you know what? I'm going to say this too. Because we crap on Kevin Adams, rightfully so, as the next person. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, I think this has to start falling on the coaches and players a little bit.
Oh, I agree with you. It's not all on Kevin Adams, but it kind of it is. It's on everybody.
At the end of the day, though, it's like the coaches that coach the power play. I'm sorry.
Seth Appert.
I always just view the power play and special teams coaching. I just do. I think that everybody has players, man.
Lindy Ruff has also never really had a great power play.
But it's a coaching problem.
I agree. I'm just saying.
I think we have a coaching problem from the perspective of the special teams continue year into year to disappoint. That's a coaching issue. The player issue is that they just are lifeless. And it's like, okay, that's cool. And the roster, it's like, yeah, you kind of had a bunch of holes. And guess what? Once one guy gets removed, how is Josh Norris all of a sudden? Josh Norris should be get Hart votes. Lily should get MVP votes because for some reason,
as soon as he falls apart,
you take Josh Norris off this team, and somehow the entire unsturdy load.
Yeah, I don't even know. It's like the Jenga tower.
It's like a Jenga tower, but it's like a Jenga tower, but it's like if you just pull away a random middle piece that still has stuff, all of a sudden it falls down. Yeah. It's not even a valuable piece that falls off.
It's a card tower.
It's not even a valuable piece that gets pulled away, but somehow the whole thing blows up.
Yeah, it's abysmal. It's embarrassing. I don't even, there are too many adjectives that I really don't want to say to describe it. It's just laughable. They're the laughing stock of the NHL, as they should be. And if
you know what, they're the Jets.
Well, yeah, they have the same playoff drought.
That's what I'm saying.
And the NHL playoff drought, in my opinion, is like dog years. So really, it's like 28 years, if you ask me.
They are the.
You have to trust. This is the season, by the way, from our conversation last week and just conversation in general, discourse online. This was the season to do it. The division is weaker than it has been in years past. But guess what? Somehow you are too. Somehow you're worse. So I think there's going to be a clean out. If they drop 5 games and they're winless after 5, I genuinely think there will be a clean out. I'm hoping for a clean out at that point. It's just, you're going to lose your good players, though. Sayonara Tage Thompson. Sayonara Rasmus Dahlin. Alex Tuck, go have fun to end your career somewhere else. We're right back into fucking square one. Pardon my language, but it's absolutely infuriating.
They won't go back to square one.
What, square zero? Ground zero, as McDermott said?
Can't believe we didn't have this discussion 3 games in the season, but I guess we'll have a discussion.
It's happening.
Okay, time out. What would you do if you know they're going to miss the playoffs?
Sell everything. That's what I would do. Get prospects, draft picks, get whatever you can. I would tank. I legitimately would tank.
For Gavin McCann?
Yes, I would tank.
I think this has to be discussed as this. If this slow start really continues,
this is insane.
Which is a likely outcome.
It's very likely.
A likely outcome. I don't know. I don't know, dude. I don't. But my thing is this too. And I will say this. First off, I will put, again, can't bet, but Kevin Adams gone, Lindy Ruff and this entire coach Jeff
gone.
The one thing. You know how they're going to get the fans to come to games next year?
Seth Appert.
Kevin Adams is gone. You don't have to see a Seth Appert power play. Dude, I'm being serious.
John Tortorella.
Maybe, dude. But this is my thing. I think they're going to have a real discussion about if someone's going to get really silly for Alex Tuck. I'm sorry. If someone gives you a prospect who's 22.
If he doesn't sign, though, he's an UFA. Is he not?
I'm assuming if you trade him to a good team who gives you an awesome package back, that he'll sign there.
Do you think a team's actually going to do that for the Sabres, though?
Why
Do you think they won't just wait it out until the end of the season where he can just sign with them and they don't have to give up anything?
But they want to win this year.
Right. I guess a team in that position. Sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay.
Is that it's not just that they can get him for this year, they can also guarantee that they're the team that's going to get him.
Yeah. Well, the Sabres have actually had 8 first-round picks in the last couple of years.
I
actually have no faith
at the end of the day,
whether they tank or not.
At the end of the day, the Sabres are just going to go
to Austin, Texas.
Probably not. If we're being realistic, I don't really want to get into this, but I'll just say it. I think there is a good chance that this is the last season Alex Tuch is a Sabre, and the last season Tage Thompson is a Sabre. I think next year you're going to see them build around Rasmus Dahlin, Owen Power, Enias, Leak, Josh Stone. I'm probably missing some Merca.
Deem, I was just going to say,
they're going to work around those guys, right? They're going to trade away Alex Tuch. Not going to give him the big extension. They're going to trade him for something, and then you're going to see Tage Thompson's going to want out. And you're going to trade him because
you'll get some assets.
He is arguably on one of the best contracts in the NFL, making just over $7 million in the rising cap. You'll get Boko stuff, and we'll start another rebuild.
So the drought continues for another.
And hopefully, wait, I forgot the most important thing. We somehow win the draft lottery and get Gavin McKenna, and Terry Pegula, who's a big Penn State hockey alum, fan, convinces him to come over.
Did you see Spit Chicklets was talking about this?
That's stupid. And then, no. Time out. I gotta say one thing. That is the dumbest crap I've ever heard.
What? That he'll be the mail boy or the team.
A team could avoid. He could avoid saying, "I'm just not gonna play for you guys." Sure. I'm sorry. The people that continue to be like, "Oh, like Cooper Flagg should have stayed at Duke because he's getting, X amount of money is the same, or like these college people that only works for like the college football players that do like, for example, Carson Beck probably got like a couple $1 million from the U.
Yep.
That's the same amount he would have gotten in the NFL, but he probably doesn't have the long-term earning potential of some of these guys.
He does not.
Gavin, why on earth would you ever financially tell someone, yeah, Gavin, you should stay another year. You'll get the same money you would in the NHL. However, when you come back to the NHL, you'll be still making the same money for the next 3 years afterwards. So you'll delay your chance at making $10 million.
Exactly.
That to me,
it's terrible advice.
No sense. Why would he stay? It's like, dude, if you go over now, you get 3 years at $925,000 or whatever. I think that's what the minimum is. Mm-hmm. And then you get to sign an extension for $10+ million if you're good, which you probably are.
Yeah.
Or you could stay at Penn State for a year for $900,000 and then go to the NHL and make another 3 years. Like, you just lose a year of earning potential to play for the Sabres anyways. Like, that doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry. The only way that makes sense if he just said, I'm not doing it if the Sabres draft me. I guess maybe at that point, do it. Even if they draft you because he's committed to it. But like, if he doesn't commit to doing that, that doesn't make any sense.
Tank for Gavin McKenna. Tank for the shot at the draft lottery.
I'm going to give this a week. I'm going to give it a week.
I mean, we could sound stupid talking about this tomorrow.
No,
actually, they're going to be 1-3. Who am I kidding? Maybe 0-3-1. That could be. But they haven't even had a lead. They haven't even had a lead this season. They can't get ahead.
Let's put it this way. We could be 1-3, and we would have been only when we would have been Ottawa at home without Brady Tkachuk.
I still think Dylan Cousins is going to rout him. I think they lose this game.
So, for some reason, my dad's rooting for that. I'm just kidding. I mean, they have, again, as you alluded to before we got on the string of divisional, I guess we're going to see what they are in the division.
Yeah. We'll know really quick where they stand in the division because isn't it like 6 games in the division? 5 or 6?
It's 6, yeah.
Six divisional games.
5 different teams.
Yeah.
Ottawa, Florida, Montreal, Detroit, and then Toronto and a home and home.
We'll know where they're at. And
then they already played Boston.
And when is this? Is this all through the next week? Like during the Bills bye week? Before the next Bills game?
Yeah, right. The Bills don't play till when?
Sunday.
I'm doing the math in my head.
26 or 20, something like that.
They played at Toronto as the last game of that stretch on the 25th.
May God have mercy on us all because the Sabres are going to be tanking vibes at an already low point in the Bills season. This is going to get bad. I think that this is legitimately
it's already bad.
It's already bad. I'm just saying those are the vibes we're going off of for the next week. It's going to get worse. So sorry for the long-winded episode today. There's just a lot to get off our chest.
The only good thing is this. Last year they started off 0-3.
Didn't go to 0-4.
They did not go to 0-4 because they played a 5-2 win against Florida at home. So if history repeats itself, we will be playing a division team for the 4th game. And yeah,
Well,
don't really know what to say, man. It's one of those things where every year as a fan, you get the blinders. You know how like when you take tests to stop your to try and stop
we
people
get
from cheating?
Sabres glaucoma.
Yeah.
That's what we get every year.
You
Lose
get
your
some
peripherals.
you use your peripheral vision and you put the fan hat on, and I don't regret anything because that's what you do as a fan. But
Right.
I think it's just tough seeing the same movie year in and year out,
And it's not even a good one.
and you get pitched a different movie, but every time it's like, this is the same movie we saw you show at your house last year. Like,
Yeah.
like it's like
Someone wrote this song before. I've heard it dozens of times.
yeah, it's like it's like buying Call of Duty. It's like every year they pitch you a different game. It's like,
Madden.
yeah, it's like every game you like. Every time it's like, oh, I'll buy it. You suck. I saw the trailer, dude. I played the beta. I got suckered in. I'll play it, right? And you play, and it's like, why is the ball going through my linebacker to his receiver?
Yeah.
Why is like,
why? How did he phase through him?
yeah? Why am I phasing through walls? Why
am I in the tunnel?
Why is the Sabres power play still bad?
Why is the Sabres power play still bad? Why are the Sabres still bad? The world may never know until they clear house.
And this isn't difficult. I refuse to believe this is as difficult as they're making it to be. But I just think too, like, I think their development is broken. You alluded to it. Like, it's not like they haven't had picks.
They have
high picks.
Yep.
And for every reason, it seems like these guys aren't taking the next steps. Even guys that have failed and moved on, like Cousins, Millstat, like, we're seeing of Quinn, right? And then it's like they trade Patriots. It's like it's the same stuff over and over, and it's just really infuriating. And there's nothing other to say other than you just gotta hope that they turn around.
Yep.
And you gotta hope that they have some competitive spirit, and they at least make it a little interesting. Other than if this just goes down the drain, it's just it's where do you go from here? And the answer, and all roads lead to another rebuild.
Yeah, I don't see an upside in the near future at all. There's no world, in my mind at least, and it's a scary place to be, there's no world where they come out of this and get a playoff spot.
And my last thing is this too, is all this, like, the report comes out and it's like, yeah, they might have some pressure to do something if this continues to happen. It's like, please tell me what the move is.
Yeah.
Who is trading an impact player a week into the season?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the Sabres call themselves active.
The big move
They're
is
just trying to push the narrative.
The big move is this: is trading Alex Tuck for younger players and picks. That's what it is, man. I just think if this continues to happen, I don't think Kevin Adams is making it to Thanksgiving.
I don't think he's making it until
and I don't know if
the end of October. I don't think Halloween he's making it.
I don't know if Lindy Ruff makes it to Thanksgiving either.
No. And listen, last point I'll make, and then we'll wrap this up. We're almost in an hour. Sorry for anyone listening to the trauma dump that is the Buffalo Sabres, but I wasn't ecstatic about Lindy Ruff getting hired from the beginning.
You weren't.
I thought it was a nostalgia thing, like trying to grasp at something.
It hasn't worked out.
It has not worked out. It was Kevin Adams' last ditch to try and do something. Should have been gone 2 seasons ago. Should have been gone last season. Think he's gone this season along with Lindy Ruff. So we'll wait and see. Anxiously waiting, because any news like that is better than any on.
That'll be some real positive joke. That
will. Any news like that is better than any on ice product they can show me this season. So yeah, that's that. That's the Buffalo Sabres, everybody. But that's going to do it for this edition of the Buffalonian podcast. Thanks for sticking around. Let us know how you feel. Leave a comment, leave a review about the Sabres, about the episode, about anything. We all need each other at this point. We're going to need each other bad for the next week until the Bills play again. So, yeah. But, Dom, how do we always end these, buddy?
Go Bills, baby.
Go Bills.